With me, the World Tag Team Champions, Jimmy Snuka, the Superfly, Paul Orndorff. Paul, last week we had the Anderson brothers. They're back in the area, back together. Gene and Ole Anderson, Minnesota Wrecking Crew, former World Tag Team Champions, and I'm sure they're going to be hot on your trail.
You know, that's very true. You know, they got credentials a mile long. You know, they held the belts, I believe, longer than anybody else that ever had them. They even held them longer than Flair and Valentine. I think they held them for over 2 years, and they never were defeated. But the Anderson brothers were defeated, so we do know they can be beaten. And, you know, they are one heck of a fine team. You got to give them credit where credit's due. They go out there and they wrestle, and, you know, you can't agree on the way they go out there and do their stuff, but they are, you know, they are fine wrestlers, and they'll tell you what, they're going to give us a heck of a run for these belts.
I'm sure they will. And Jimmy, you know, I'm sure that you all, I've heard them say in the past, well, they don't know, Jimmy Snuka and Paul Orndorff don't know anything about us. I don't think that's true. I can't see that. You two being world champions, you've scouted them. You've bound to see the tapes and the films of them.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. You know, just one thing that myself and Paul Orndorff realized, that these two men do have more experience than myself and Paul do. But there's another thing you got to realize, that when you get into that ring, brother, that's the most important thing that you can prove to yourself, and either prove to the other tag team who's the best and what is wrestling is all about.
Right.
And this is what the most important thing is, these belts, and that's what takes a lot of courage and a lot of fight in that ring, because without these things, brother, we wouldn't be inside there. But let me tell you another thing again, brother, you could never take these guys easy, because like I said, they've got more experience than myself and Paul. But myself and Paul, we're definitely gonna go in there, brother, and we're gonna put them and give them a hell of a battle.
Oh, there's no question about it. They're, you know, I guess they're probably, next to you guys, are the most perfect wrestling machine in a tag team combination that we have around.